We are live. It's tea time. I'm happy to have you as always. Always happy to have you. I don't know if I can do that. That's not going to work. I want it to work, but it's not going to. So you got to come down. I am just sharing this out. If you're wondering what in the fuck I'm doing, I'm just sharing this out. If you are a replay viewer, if you wouldn't mind sharing this out for me so that we can get this out to as many people as possible. Hi Lana, hi Erin, what's going on? I'm going to share this out. Share it out, share it out. Hi Ashley. What's going on everybody? What's going on? I'm just sharing it. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just sharing it. If you would share this out too, I would appreciate it. Okay. Thank you for sharing, ladies. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you. One more share for me into the group, and we are good. If you guys know of any really cool Facebook groups that like people want to like hear this, share it in there too. It'd be cool. But I don't know of any other than mine that people want to hear. Actually, you know what? I'm going to share one more and then we're going to get going. But in the meantime, what's going on? I need to know. How's everyone's vibes? Like, what's going on today? How are we feeling? What do we need to handle? Who's struggling with what? What are we going to handle today other than crazy hair? Which, P.S., I have a story to tell you about yesterday. And no, I did not get my hair done. And I'm going to tell you why. But you could tell me what's going on with you. I'm excited to hear. How's everyone's vibes? What's going on? There. Okay. I have shared and shared and shared, and you have too, so that's wonderful. Okay, putting down my computer. So, oh, hello. Good morning! I'm struggling with burnout, all the crazy, non-stop go-go stuff. Yes, yes. Suzanne, if you are trying to tune in, I can't see you. You gotta come right into the video. Hi, Allie. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're just releasing some stuff, honey. So make sure that you're not getting sick. I'm high vibe, but sick, ready to kick ass and get my shit into gear. So what I want you guys to know is like when we get sick, when we're about to like kick some ass, it's an up level. So what you're doing is your body is releasing any shit that it doesn't need. So embrace it, okay? And just keep yourself healthy. Vitamin C, oregano. Okay, so if you guys have never heard of oregano, you're here. Okay, if you've never, hi Mindy, if you've never heard of oregano, so it's oregano, O-L at the end, you need to go Amazon that shit. It's like $8 or $10, but you need to get it. You put like 2 drops underneath your tongue. It'll keep you healthy, I promise. Like, so I swear by it. And I take vitamins and minerals every day. Highly suggest you do. Ashley says, my vibes are good. I launched my guide / full new moon guide yesterday. Going to keep working on my group for parents to keep their kids spiritually open. That's wonderful, honey. I'm proud of you. Hi, Paula. Hi, Jen. So it's the oil of oregano, but it's oregano with like I think it's A-L. It could be the O-L at the end, but it's A-L. And yeah, it's fucking lethal. Hi, Melissa. What's going on, girl? All right, so if you guys have any problems, if there's something we need to handle today, I want to hear it. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I have to tell you a story. And I don't know why, but so if you guys are just getting to know me, if anybody here is new to me, prepare yourself for some F-bombs and truth bombs. And so what I want to tell you what I do is, so I teach women to become spiritual leaders, right? So I am not in the business to create more business coaches. I don't do that. That does not light me up. But what I love to do is I love to teach women how to become, hi Christy, how to become their own leader, how to become a leader and speak their truth. I'm like G'd up today. Truth, and how to live in their truth. I think that's very important. It's two completely different things. So it's really important to me that in order for you to get to know me, what's up, Sarge? In order for you to get to know me at a very deep level, then you need to hear my story. And you need to understand that you can literally do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do. And I think that there's some really key learning lessons in my story. And my story never ends, and obviously until I die, until I cross over. And so your story's not ending, and I just want to tell you that it took me a lot of years of listening to very inspirational people, and I still every single day listen to people who inspire me and motivate me, and that is what has continuously helped me on my journey of becoming, I don't know, the word that's coming into my brain is spiritually enlightened, but whatever that means for you. So what that means for me, yes, that. Very good, Alicia, thank you. But what that means for me is this. Listen, I didn't start out, okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about businesses. We've got a lot of business people on here, but I want to talk to you a little bit about success, because what success means for me and what it means for you is two completely different things, right? And this is really important for somebody on here to hear it. So if you feel like you are struggling, if you feel like you're low vibe, if you feel like you just can't do this, if you feel like you're having a hard time believing in yourself, if you feel like everything you do is like an uphill battle, then stay interactive with me. Let's talk about it. Give me some hearts. I want to keep the vibe really high this morning, but I need to tell you this. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I almost didn't because, I don't know, because sometimes I feel like, I tell my story a lot, and sometimes I feel like, Jesus, everyone's done listening to it. Nobody needs to hear my story, but, the big U really wanted me to come on here, and, hi, Emily, is it a snow day today, love? The big U wanted me to come on here and really, tell you my story. So, a piece of it maybe you haven't heard. So, something that you should know. So, the other day recently, I got called out very randomly by somebody who I respect in the industry. And she said that I was one of the most confident entrepreneurs, one of the most confident women online that she's ever met. And that kind of blew me away. It's definitely not the first time I've heard it. I hear it actually all the time, very consistently, and I always have. But the truth is that I'm not always Miss Confident Pants over here. Like, fucking far from it. And, and I actually used to get chased around high school by girls, even though I was a brown belt, second degree brown belt in martial arts. It means I almost had my black belt. I used to get chased around in high school by girls all the time because they were wicked jealous of me. And I never, ever, I'm an only child. And so I never had anybody to stand up for me, ever. So it's always felt like me against the world all the time, right? So when you're an only child, if I have any other only childs on here, you'll understand. But when you're an only child, you don't have brothers and sisters and shit to help you out. In fact, my cousins who were closest to me, they were oftentimes the biggest bullies. They caused me to not even be able to ride my bus when I was growing up. My mom had to bring me to school because I was getting picked on so fucking badly. And so what does that do to somebody's self-esteem, right? What does that do to somebody's self-confidence? Well, fucking flushes it down the toilet, I'll tell you that right now. But for some reason, somehow, I could always just kind of put it in my pocket, and I could go to school. And when I got to school, I had my core friends, and I had some people that would, I could hang out with. Not that anybody ever really stuck up for me. And I always felt like a victim, okay? And so here's where this is learning point number one. So I always felt like a victim, okay? And when you feel like a victim, you're attracting more of that into your life. It's a domino effect. So I recently discovered that I've convinced myself that I'm a victim of like fucking everything, okay? I'm a victim of my family circumstances. I'm a victim of not being happy with my weight, which has been it's a continuous thing for me. Don't message me about how to get on a fucking diet. I've done it all, whatever. But it's a mindset thing for me, okay? And so, but I've been a victim. I've been a victim of not being fucking a millionaire by the age of 26. I've been a victim of not being fucking world known by the age of 26. I've been a victim of, domestic violence. I've been a victim of having a shitty relationship, having really shitty friends, having a family that sucks. I've been a victim of all of this shit. Here's the deal, you guys. If I let that consume me, which I have for a long time, so I'm just wondering if you can relate. If you can relate to having those thoughts, let me know, because I'm not here looking for pity. I'm trying to explain to you how I have felt, right? And so, hi Asta. And so, how I have felt is I felt like a victim to a lot of things, because I couldn't really control, right? I couldn't really control a lot of things. But instead of controlling my thoughts and controlling myself, I would just be like, oh, well, it's not my fault, and I'm a victim, and there's nothing I can do, and here I am, a victim of my circumstances. Well, so this happened, this has played out in my life for a really long time. And then I went to college for criminal justice, right? I'm just kind of cramming this in, right? So I'm talking to you about confidence, and I'm talking to you about, how a lot of people say that I have massive confidence. The truth is that I have had to learn how to build my confidence, okay? Yes, we got some girls that can relate. Let me know if you can relate. Give me some hearts or give me some whatever if you can relate or not. And share this out, please, because I really feel like there's a lot of women that need to hear this story. And so, I've had to build my confidence, okay? Because I didn't come out of the womb my dad always told me I could be whatever I wanted. My parents are great. It has nothing to do with them. It's just that they were busy working, right? They're both entrepreneurs, and they were busy working and building their lives and building their businesses. Wonderful. But when you're an only child and you don't have anybody to stand up for you, and your family is the one a lot of times victimizing you, you don't know which way is up, right? You just don't. You're like, fuck this, this sucks, I have nobody, right? And that was what my mentality was for a lot of my life. And so what that caused me to do is be with some really shitty fucking people. So what did shitty people do? Caused me to do really shitty things. Think really poorly about myself, be around low vibe people, not trust myself, just really, be in a really bad place, and I want to tell you that, I don't really, on the outside, I look confident, so yeah, only child, exactly. And so here's the thing is that, nothing against anybody who smokes pot or does drugs or whatever, but I was hanging out with those kinds of people, and those are just not the kind of people that I want to hang out with. And for pot for me makes me fucking stupid. I have no motivation, and some people it really relaxes and it can help them, especially if you have extreme anxiety. But me, it would put me to sleep. So I became so unproductive when I was a teenager. I smoked pot and did stupid shit and was around people that were stealing. I even stole. I was just this person. I was just such a bad person, and it's not that I was a bad person, but I was playing into the victim, my circumstances. I was playing into being a victim of my circumstances. Does that make sense to you? So I would do these things. Then I went to college for criminal justice because I could get in very easily. I got in overnight. Got accepted overnight into college. And I fucking knew. I'm listen, I could fucking ace this shit, alright? Ain't gonna take shit for me to pass this. I am going to college because I wanted to make my mother and father happy. And, I did want to become, yeah, exactly. I don't need drugs to be high. No, I'm fucking high as a motherfucker all the time. But I got into college and whatever, right? Here we are again, is that yes, did I do it? Yeah. Do you know that I always really wanted to be an attorney? I really wanted to be an attorney. And because I love arguing. It is. It's one of my pastimes. Sometimes I just argue with them just for the sake of it. Because I love And like, that's really why I love interview and interrogation. And like, that's why I took so many of those trainings while I was a police officer. That's why I became very good at my interviewing skills. And that's what translates over into my coaching skills, is because I like getting deep. Like, I'm not like a surface girl. So I always wanted to be an attorney, and then that didn't happen. And then I always wanted to be a teacher. Always wanted to be a teacher. But guess what? I never did, because I couldn't stand working in the confines of a school and like college and like all these restrictions and shit. I'm like, no, if I want my fucking students to drop and give me 10 push-ups, they're gonna fucking do it. So that's the way I looked at it. And I was like, no, so I'm not gonna do that. So then I fell victim against my circumstances, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be a cop. Like, I'll be a cop. It's kind of cool. No, I'm not, Ashley. I'm fully out of law enforcement. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to, like, go to school, like, whatever. I'm going to go be a cop. It's going to be cool. So I did it for a couple of years before I went to the academy. When I went to the academy, the day that I graduated the academy, I cried my eyes out like a baby. And I was like, I was sat right there, and I looked at my mom and I said, Mom, I'm not doing this for 25 years. Just to give you like a heads up, like this isn't, But at that point, you guys, I felt like a victim. Like, my agency that I worked for, I fucking loved. I worked for the Augusta Police Department. It's a Maine's capital, and I loved them. Love them. Has nothing to do with them. It was nothing. They were amazing. But it was the job. It was the job itself. You have to be lit up. Like, you have to be. And you guys know that if you're doing something that doesn't light you up, then your soul, like, literally is being sucked from you. And that's what was going on. It's like, every day I just was not lit up. Like, that's just the way that it is. Like, it didn't light me up. The guys that I worked with loved it. They fucking loved this shit. You know, I just didn't. I just really didn't. And so I stayed a victim to my circumstance for another 4 more years, ladies. 4 more years. I stayed a victim. And during that time, I gained a ton of weight. I became extremely miserable, way miserable. Let's see. Hi, Amy, thank you. Let's see, what else did I do? I was around, my spirit was like literally at an all-time low. People really, hi Christine, people like really were mean to me, and I let them like be really mean to me, and I let people, me too, 20 pounds. I've gained 20 fucking pounds, ladies, okay? Like, I mean, people were mean to me, they sucked my soul. I felt like thank you for sharing. I felt like I didn't have anything. Like, that's how I felt. I literally felt like I had no control. I felt like I was backed into a corner. Yes, that's probably what's going on, Ashley. I was backed into a corner. I felt like I had no freedom. I just, again, felt like a fucking victim. Does that make sense to you? So I really felt like I was a victim. And it wasn't up until I hit rock bottom, until I made some changes in my life, okay? And so some of you need to understand. I had a client yesterday, and she's a wonderful, really wonderful young lady. She's had some really difficult circumstances. And I explained to her, no, I don't know everything, but here's what I can tell you, is you've probably experienced some of the hardest shit anybody has ever had to face. And the reason why is because the universe is pushing you. Hit rock bottom, hit rock bottom, hit rock bottom. Because when you hit rock bottom, a survivor is going to fucking come back out. Somebody who's kick-ass, somebody who is not a victim, who truly at the core is not a victim, is going to bounce back up, is going to take their power back, is going to find their fucking light, and is going to do some big things, okay? That is probably what's going on in your universe. That's probably what's going on. If you're miserable, if you're gaining weight, if you're losing friends, or if your friends are just fucking annoying, they don't get you, if your family doesn't get you, it's because you are being pushed to hit rock bottom. Hit rock bottom. Just allow yourself to do it. At this point, you need to surrender, okay? You just have to surrender. And listen, this is how I live my life, right? This is why it's so funny. Is that, so last night I get home from yoga. Side note, this is how I work, okay? Just pay attention, I'm coming back. I get home from yoga, it's like fucking 8:30. I'm like, I'm starving, because I did like a 3-hour, I did Pilates, and then I did a 90-minute yoga thing last night, and so I'm like fucking starving. It's like 9:30 and I start cooking dinner. And so I asked the universe, I said, okay, and this is how I always work, and if you are one of my clients and you know this, I always ask the universe, I'm like, okay, so I need to hear something. Like, I listen to music for purpose. I listen to music on purpose. I don't listen to music to numb my mind. I listen to music only to raise my vibes, only to have a dance party, and only to have like a concert. And when I'm having a concert, believe me, you don't want to be any fucking where around me, because I can't sing for shit. But that doesn't stop me. And so, but I was like, okay, I need to listen to something. So I'm constantly listening to personal development. And if you're in a rough fucking spot, your ass needs to be doing the same, because it will literally teach you to retrain your brain, okay? So then the universe has me listen to The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby Bernstein, because I have the book and then I have the audio, because I'm always up. I always want to listen to shit. I don't have time to always sit down and read. So it literally starts, okay? I just put it on. It starts all the way at the end, okay? Like a half an hour before it ends, and it's talking about surrendering. And I'm like, oh my God, because I just made this statement to my coach the other day. I was like, I don't know how to surrender. Teach me how to fucking surrender, because I don't know. So then the universe is like, I got your back. I just made it funny. And it puts it on this. So we talk about surrendering. Surrendering, I'm going to pass this on to you. So when we surrender, we stop trying to control everything. When we stop trying to control everything, life is going to fall into pieces. Does that make sense to you? Like pieces. It's going to fall into place. Okay? So your life right now probably looks like this. Your vibes probably look like this. They go down, and sometimes they come up, but they're down. Most of the time they come up. Like they're down, down, up and up. Like they're doing this. This is normal. But if you're spending more time down here, this is bad. Don't spend more time down here. If you spend more time being pissed, asking yourself, what the fuck am I doing? If you spend more time sad, depressed, uninspired, if you spend a lot of your time feeling all of these things, okay, then you are low vibe. You need to surrender. You need to give it to the universe. What does this look like? What does this look like? It really looks like a relaxed face. It looks like no worrying. It looks like no tense, like nothing in your shoulders. It looks like when something happens, you're like, fuck. Well, okay. Well, that just happened. Okay, so how am I going to handle it? Like, how am I going to handle me? How am I going to handle me? And once you learn to surrender and really start praying and talking to the universe and your angels and your spirit team and just being like, all right, please just take over. And then literally give it to them. Go do something else. Go do something else. Go get your mind off it. When you can do this, your life is going to change. I promise. Because that's when the universe is going to work her magic and she's going to put shit into place for you. Okay? When I hit rock bottom, I was crying in my police cruiser at least once a week. My fiance and I would fight every day. Every day. We were in a fucking argument. Just bickering. Or just, just in a disagreement. But Adam and I, like, I'll tell you guys about my love story another time. But, like, we were, like, almost, like, we were, like, love at first sight, Adam and I. And we've been together for 4 years. And we're getting married. And we just had this, like, really hot and heavy, like, we just love each other. Like, we just knew it. We met in the police academy. And we just knew it. For us to be fighting like that was just nonsense. I was just pissed. I was pissed. You guys ever feel like that? I mean, I was just fucking mad. So he couldn't do anything right. And in turn, I couldn't do anything right. And so my relationship was going down. I was crying. I hated my coworkers. I hated the agency I worked for. And really not for any reason for that they did, because it's actually a good agency and my coworkers are pretty decent. It's not about them. It's all about me, right? Because they didn't change from when I got hired there. Nothing fucking changed except me. I changed. My perspective, my everything changed. So then when I hit rock bottom, like I said, I ended up calling out sick. Like, I never called out sick, but I called out sick like twice in like 2 months because I just couldn't go to work. I was like, oh my God, I fucking hate my life. Every day I had to work was miserable. Nobody wanted to be around me. It just sucked. Everything just sucked. Did you guys, are you there? Like, does anybody there? Does anybody like feel me? Do you feel me, bro? Like, where you at? Let me know. Give me some hearts. Somebody let me know if we're vibing. Because somebody here must need to hear the story. So I wasn't going to fucking tell you the story. So, anyways, so I hit rock bottom. 20 pounds overweight, fucking not talking to my friends, not fucking like hanging out with anybody, just, and then I would start my business. So I started my business, and this is what I would do, okay? I'm going to show you my computer. It's not a Windows. It's an Asus. Everybody can go fuck themselves because I don't have a fucking, I mean, it's not an Apple, okay? It's a fucking Asus, so if you want to judge me, well, I don't really give a fuck. But this is what I would do. Okay, here's my computer. This would be my face. This would be my face all day, every day. So I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do on my computer. I didn't know. I had no idea. I knew I was building a business, but I didn't fucking know. And I paid $2,500 for a damn coach. And I still didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I was still miserable, okay? I was still miserable. I paid $2,500 for a coach the same day I bought my house. Adam and I bought our house. We put fucking like thousands and thousands of dollars down. And I've got to tell you, when I spent $2,500 on a coach, he stroked out. He stroked out. He's like, oh my God, like we just bought this foreclosure, like we have a fixer-upper and like we love it and whatever, but and so still I paid this money and I fucking, it didn't work, okay ladies, it did not work. Like the coach and I had nothing to do with the coach, had everything to do with me. I still needed to hit rock bottom again. Does that make sense to you? I had to hit rock bottom. I had to. And so I did for fucking 3 or 4 months. I had a website, girls. I had a website. That's a fucking myth. You don't need a damn website to make money. But girlfriend, I had a website. And the day I had my website put up, I thought the money was going to be rolling. And I thought I was going to be looking like fucking Nicki Minaj up in here. No, it didn't fucking happen. Nobody fucking came running to me because I had a website. It's such a common misconception. And I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I was just out there talking about shit. Nobody was listening to me. Nobody cared. And nobody, literally, I was in fucking Facebook groups and nobody gave a fuck. And, I love you too, Asta. But here I was, invested money. I was trying to manifest some shit. Nothing worked, okay? Love you too, Christy. Guess what? The universe wasn't done. She was like, no, you gotta hit rock bottom some more because you ain't getting it, girlfriend. You're not surrendering. So I didn't. So then this is what happened to me. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. So then this coach that I really enjoyed, mind you, we're going 4 months after investing $2,500, getting zero ROI. ROI means return on investment. Getting fucking zero. Then I fucking see this coach that I liked. She had a fucking program. And the program was $600, but you had to pay in full. Now, listen, I'm just going to give you a little bit of insight on me. I ain't got no rich fucking uncle that takes care of me. I don't got a big pile of money in the bank. I don't, none of that. I mean, I'm just like you. Fucking, I was a cop, making $50,000 a year, working overtime. Bought a house, bought a car. I don't come from money. My first coach I ever hired, she comes from money. She got to borrow $40,000 from her dad. Let me just tell you that. That does not happen in my life. That's never happened in my life. I have nobody to lean on financially. Me. I lean on me. Does that make sense? And so it was scary. Every time I've made a coaching investment, it's been scary. I'm not going to lie. Last year I invested $32,000 into my business. I did my taxes 2 days ago. $32,000 last year. That doesn't include this year. I've already invested thousands. $32,000 last year in my business. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Does that make you all want to pass the fuck out? Because I'll tell you right now, it fucking makes me want to pass out a little bit. But here's the deal. Let me just teach you something, okay? I'm going to go back and then I'm going to come back because this is how I work. So just fucking stay with me. So I see this coach, $600 to work with her for 60 minutes, ladies. 60 minutes, okay? If I can work with her for 60 minutes, $600. I was fucking crazy. I was like, but something in my gut said do it. And I was like, but it wasn't like, I didn't have to think about it. I was like, done. It's done, okay? Here's the deal. I signed up with her, and then I liked her. I signed up and gave her $5,000 a month later in full. I didn't have $5,000. I had to go find my ass a credit card. Let me tell you about this story. This coach helped me. The reason why she helped me, because I was ready. I was ready. I hit my rock bottom. I had filled out application after application after application for jobs that I was so overqualified for, and I was going to take a fucking massive pay cut from being a cop. But I didn't care because I needed to get the fuck out. Do you know that not one motherfucking place called me back? Not one. Not for any reason. Not like my resume was good. Like it was nothing to do with that. It was just not meant to be. And I had applied and applied and applied everywhere. Everything that you could think of. I was constantly looking for jobs. I was talking to the universe. I was talking to my angels. I was praying. Everything you could think of. I was manifesting. I was doing everything I could. Everything that I could. Okay? By Suzanne. Thank you. And so what happened was I hired this coach. The same month I hired this coach, my back was killing me. My back had been killing me for like a long time, but it got to the point where I couldn't work out anymore, okay? Let's just face it. I mean, if I gained 20 pounds, I wasn't like fucking working out real hard anyway, but couldn't work out anymore. I couldn't do those squats, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't do squats. So I go over to a chiropractor and I'm like, listen, fix me. Don't make it workers' comp. Don't make anything work related, but I know that it is, but just fucking fix me so I can go back to work. 3 weeks later, that chiropractor tells me, you're not going back to work. You're done. What the fuck you mean I'm done? I'm not done. Like, I'm a cop. Like, I'm going back to work. Like, who the fuck are you? Right? And that's exactly the conversation we had. He's like, your back can't handle it. You need fucking, probably you're going to need surgery. I don't know what you're going to need, but you're not going back to work. And my ego, even though I hated it, listen, even though I hated where I was and I hated my job, what did I do? I didn't surrender. I argued. So I went to work for a whole nother week because I wouldn't give the agency the doctor's note that took me out. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll give it to him. Nope, didn't give it to him. Well, everyone, after night after night after night of literally sitting with my feet up here at the fucking window, here I am in my police car, and like cops always like, you can't really get out of your car. You have to like be in your car all the time because you need to be ready. And so like you would meet up with a person, so their car would be this way, your car would be this way, right? So each driver's window would be together. My feet, I would have to hang my feet out the window, okay, in order to like be comfortable. After a fucking month of that, I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like I'll just give them the note. I gave them the note on January 25th, 2016. Never went back to work. Never. It was the easiest transition. I worked for 6 months and I got paid a little bit. Like I was a little bit of money because I had benefits. So I got some money like to pay my bills while I was building my business. 6 months later, I didn't have any more money. So it was the real deal. It was either fucking you need to make it in your business or shit off the pot. 6 months later, I started to make it in my business, and then I quit my job. Never went back as a police officer. Never worked, never went back after January 25th. Now listen, I never could have created that transition. I never could have come up with that for myself ever in a million years. Never. I had to hand it over. Does that make sense to you? When I wanted to work with this coach and I needed the $5,000 in cash, I didn't have it. Do you know what I had to do? I had to go get a credit card. But do you know what I told the universe? I said, okay, universe, if this is meant to be, here's the deal. I'm going to apply for this credit card, and I need a $5,000 limit. If I get the $5,000 limit, and if I get this by tomorrow, I'm gonna purchase my coaching. I was approved in 2 minutes for $5,000 on point. The next day, I bought it, paid in full. Not kidding. My entire life changed. Why? What's the common denominator? 1, I stop being a victim. 2, I check in with this. I'm always letting my heart guide me. 3, I surrendered. I just fucking surrendered. I just said, okay, fuck it. Whatever. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, clearly, because it's not working out. I'm miserable. I'm fat. Fucking all of this shit. Here you go. Fucking universe, please help me out. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever's on here, whoever hears my story, if you're in a rough spot, I'm asking you, please just surrender. Stop trying to control. This is why you're fucked up. In plain English. This is why you're fucking up, is because you are trying to control and you're trying to manipulate. Stop trying to manipulate. The universe, God, source, spirit, your angels, whatever you believe in, they have a plan for you. You're here for such a big reason. You have a purpose and you have a reason to be here. A lot of times we run around doing all of the shit that we think other people want us to do. We run around doing all of the things that we think we should do. We run around trying to fit in. We run around trying to be this person and be that person. Even as a coach in the online industry, that's a complete different story for a complete different day. I have this, but I want to tell you this. I have this Facebook group. It's called The Real Life of a Spiritual Boss Lady. And you have to post selfies, nothing polished. Even when you're promoting, if you guys want to come in, you should come in, because it's true. Like, you get to see what like background stuff from all of us is. It's really cool. Ashley says it's hard knowing how to surrender. You know what I mean? Fuck yeah, I know what you mean. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I admit I was there until last week. I found that the universe do a shit. Yes, exactly. Because, listen, you have to... Somebody go get the link and post it in here, will you? Christy or Melissa, go get the link and post that group so the ladies can join if they want to see what behind the scenes of a spiritual boss woman's like. Okay, surrendering. Number 1. Let me just tell you this. Number 1. Ashley and anybody else on here who's struggling. This is why I created my course. So I have a 12-week... It's lifetime access. So... I'm giving you everything. I'm literally giving you everything. It's a 12-week fucking course. It includes, you've got 8 weeks of all of this. Getting like connected to yourself, getting connected to your higher self, getting connected to your angels, trusting your intuition, learning to listen to it, learning how to surrender, learning how to manifest. Getting connected to like your spirit guides. You're actually going to learn who your spirit guides are, and you're going to connect with them. Like, I created this 12-week course for this. Then the last 4 weeks are business fundamentals. Thank you, Melissa, for a spiritually, like a spiritual fucking boss lady. If you want to run a business, even if it's not a spiritual business, even if you're a health coach and you're like, Autumn, I'm not like incorporating the woo, but if you want to run your business spiritually as I have, and I'm going to talk about that later, then this course is for you. It's $9.99 right now. $400 gets you in, and you have lifetime access to this course. I've got women. You have lifetime access because it's gonna go and go and go. It's my signature program, so I run it a couple of times a year. So you get to be a part of that. It's literally gonna take you step by step. I created this mastermind because when I was at my low, I didn't know what the fuck to do, and so I created this mastermind for women who are intense, who have hit rock bottom, who need a massive change, but who need support. And I give you step by step by step, every single step that you need to fucking change and to make a massive change. We have pay in full bonuses. If you pay in full, you get 2 one-on-ones with me. You get 2 chakra activations with me. You get there's a surprise bonus that nobody knows about that I'm not releasing for another week. But next Friday, so 6 more days, the price is going up. We already have 16 women in there. It's a total game changer, I promise you. So get in. Seriously, you've got no excuses, none at all. $400 gets you in. There's 4 payments right now of $400. Get you in. Get your ass in the door. It's gonna change your life. The day you get in, the day you sign up, like you sign up today, you get. You're gonna download a book, an audio or a Kindle book. You're gonna get a guided meditation. You're gonna get a workbook from when you're feeling stuck. You're gonna get a meditation workbook. Like, you're getting a ton of shit immediately today. So fucking get your ass in there. The second thing, when you stop trying to control everything, your life is going to change, just like Melissa said. See, and Asta, she signed up last time. Thank you, honey. Yeah. And I have a post on my Facebook group, like, letting anybody who's, like, thinking about joining the mastermind, all of the mastermind girls will talk to you. Fuck, they'll talk to you in private. They don't give a shit. Like, so you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to, like, listen to me tell you what it's going to be like. You can go talk to any one of the mastermind girls. They'll tell you exactly what it's like to work with me and exactly what it's like to be in the mastermind. Before I let you go, I've got a free training tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got a free training tonight. It's a webinar. You're going to come into a Zoom room with me, and which is like, it's like a virtual classroom, and I'm going to be teaching you how to raise your vibes. So many people talk about like high vibe and how to be high vibe and how to be high frequency, but I don't think like a lot of people know what the fuck that even means and what it can do for your life and how to get there and how to stay there. So I'm giving you a free class on that tonight. So I've already posted it on this page. It's in my Facebook group. It's on my personal profile, but I'll go and I'll put it on here so you guys can sign up. We've got 34 women signed up already. So I think I can only take 50. So you guys need to hurry the fuck up and get in tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Plus there's going to be a replay that goes out. And this is going to be a really good time for you to really understand what it's like to work with me. Because you're going to be in a group setting just like how my mastermind calls are. Thank you for listening to a piece of my story. I hope that it inspired you. I hope that it can help change your life. Again, if you're ready, my mastermind. If you're ready to change your life, if you need the steps, if you need the step-by-step outline that I took to change my life, this is it for you. $400 gets you in, okay? All right, I'm going to talk to you guys later. Come tonight to my free training. If you're not into the Facebook group, get in. And I'll talk to you guys later. You guys want to see? It's a winter wonderland. You want to see? Let me just show you. Look what's going out. That's my front. We live in the woods. Look at the snow. Look at that snow. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Love you. Bye.